Hi, Judd here, and we're going to give it one more shot on those pudding cake cookie bars. Okay, we have all our ingredients, including my modifications: yellow cake mix, vanilla pudding mix, oil, water, chocolate chips, 2 eggs, and I'm adding sugar. 1/4 cup of water they want, 3/4 cup of oil, and a cup of sugar. Okay, that's my addition, 1 cup of sugar. Oh, smelling good, smelling good. Now, I'm going to add in the chocolate chips. You know what? Just had an idea. What you should do is spread the batter first and then just put the chocolate chips on top of it. That's the trick. Because trying to mix them into this batter is like almost pointless. Now, I think even with the addition of the cup of sugar, that this batter is still about the thickness that is wanted. So I'm not going to add any more moisture. That's good. I like that. Now we're going to prep the oven and the pan. Oh, also I was going to put paper in here, parchment paper. We're going to divide this in 2. Because remember, this one's a 9 by 13 pan. This is an 8 by 8. Okay, oven's ready. Put that in. Okay, 19 minutes. We'll see what that looks like. Just a quick note, I'm not only testing this recipe, I'm testing this oven too. For this first batch, I've got them on the lowest rack. If I'm not thrilled with these, I might put the second batch on the middle rack. This is a toss-up between a cookie and a cake. Cake is supposed to be on the bottom rack, cookies are supposed to be on the middle rack. So that's an option for the second batch, so we'll see what happens. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, listen for it. 3, 2, 1. Did you hear that? Okay. I think a little underdone. I'm going to go some more. Give it another 5. Again, the recipe called for 350 for 25 minutes. I went 325 for 20 minutes because they said with this oven you should go lower. But the top of that is still uncooked, so I'll give it another 5 minutes at 325. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see what we got. Okay. Yep, into a chocolate chip again. Somebody's got to put in the comments how you're supposed to do this toothpick test, because I've never been any good at it. I keep eating chocolate chips. I want to give it another 5. Executive decision here. And the next batch I think I'm going to do at 350. 5 minutes and we'll pull. Okay, good. That looks like a uniform top layer. I don't know how the lighting is here. So I'm going to leave it at that. Set these to cool, and once I find out how good these came out, then I will go with the second batch based on that. I'm liking the way this looks right now. Okay, the parchment paper worked nice. Uh-oh, it's falling apart. Okay, there we go. Boom. Okay, that feels good. I'm liking this. So we'll let that set up. It's feeling good. Okay, so we'll be back in a while to check that out. It's halftime, so I'm coming out. This is cooled down. It's actually cool now, quite solid. We take the cooling rack out, plate under it, and we're going to use the wheelie cutter. And we're going right to the middle here. The main thing I'm concerned with is it cooked all the way through. That's been the problem I've been having because of various things I did wrong. And because the batter I set was smaller than the pan, it did spread, and that's what happened up here. Like I said, this amount is made for a bigger pan. Got a little piece here. I'm going right to the middle. See what we got. Oh, nope, that is not cooked in the middle. See? That's still a little bit of raw dough in there. Not too bad. Others have been worse. Let's see what the edge looks like. See what an edge one looks like. Yeah, pretty much similar thing on the edge. You see that? I don't know if you can see that, if this camera picks it up enough. You see your cake rising here, but you've got batter still in the middle. So, now what do? Do I put that back in or not? That's clearly done. These pieces are clearly done. That's done. Yeah, there's a done thing. Okay, see, that's cooked all the way through. It's also totally hard. In fact, it's cookie-like. Maybe I should do these up as cookies. Just do them as cookies instead of trying to do a pan. That's tasty. I'm going to eat those. Okay. I'm going to cook this up some more later when I come back. After the football game. Okay, I've been sampling various pieces of this for the last hour or so. It's very interesting because right near the edges where it got very well cooked, it's like a hard cookie. Totally crunch. No chew to it at all, just breaking up like a hard cookie. Just inward from that, where it's cooked a little bit less, it's got a nice chew to it like you would expect from a cookie bar, so it's got a good chew to it. And inward from that, you've got the uncooked bit in the middle there. But actually this piece shows you, if this shows up, see on the outer edge here you're fully cooked, and inside you've still got a little bit of raw, not raw, but undercooked dough, which you can see more there. And that's where your chew comes from, but I don't like the raw dough. My stomach doesn't like it. So I'm aiming for this little bit here. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Just want to get those. The differentiation in the cooking times is so precise or so sensitive that I guess that's what great cooks figure out, is exactly where those points are. I don't. Okay, it's decision time. I've got the other half of the batter, and I'm going back and forth on whether I want to try and bake that as cookie bars or just drop it as cookies. And at what temperature I want to go, 325 or 350. I think I'm going with the 350. But that depends on which form I use and whether I go middle or bottom on the level. So I'm contemplating that now, trying to figure out what I want to do with that. Okay, I have decided I'm going with the full baked bars thing, and I decided to go out for the whole pan, and I'm going to go middle shelf, and I'm going to go at 350 for 25 minutes. Two things I do pick up on this tonight. Next time I'm not putting the chocolate chips in the batter. I'm going to sprinkle them on top after I spread the batter. And two, putting the parchment paper, lining the thing with the parchment paper works. That's a great move, comes out nice and easy. Of course, the other thing I learned is, unless this works, this is probably the last time I'm doing this recipe. I'm just going to make a yellow cake next time. But if this does work and it comes out, next time I might try to drop doing cookie drops instead of the bar thing. Warm-up timer is gone. In we go. Shut it off and restart it so I get my full 25 minutes. We'll see how this goes. Here we go. 25 seconds. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beep, beep, beep. That kills me. That's the most useless alarm I've ever heard. Oh. Looking good, looking good. Look at that. That looks good. That looks good. Pray to the baking gods that this is good. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to take it as it is, get that out onto a cooling tray. Whoa, all falling apart. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that didn't work well. Ah, wow. Okay. Fall apart. But you can see it is thoroughly, there's no batter left in there. Okay, this didn't exactly stick in here, but the integrity of the cake was less than gravity, so it did fall apart. But I think this might work. That looks pretty good as far as batter being fully cooked throughout. And you can see how thin I am with this one. I'm generally thinking that has some promise to it. Right now, it's too hot to sample or anything like that, so we'll let that set up a bit. We'll check with that a little later. But I'm feeling hopeful about this one. Okay, time to cut these bad boys up and see what we got here. I can tell you it's tasty. I mean, look, here's the leftover bit. It is good. So we'll take this, take another plate. Another thing I gotta learn is not to let these get totally cooled before I cut them because it gets very hard. I'll come right out of the middle and see what we got. Okay, good. Very little unrisen batter left. Okay, so generally that's pretty good. Let's see what we got. Good, nice chew to it. Yep, that's good, okay? So if you do these at the right thickness, in other words, that batter, that recipe is supposed to give you enough for a 9 by 13 pan, and my pan was 8 by 8. So I was trying to cook it too thick, and then the second experiment was too wet. This worked good. This is good. I like this. That one in there too. So the recipe itself is fine. I mean, even now they're not too sweet. They're sweet enough, but they're not like overwhelmed with sugar. Because remember, I added a cup of sugar, which the original recipe didn't have, and they were pretty bland without it. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So this is a go. But I am still going to try the cookie drop thing, doing them as cookies. Have to work out the time on that. There you go. Happy day to you. Happy cookies to you. Yep.